stuff.
What?
The behind the scenes stuff before the show. We get ready for the show. You want to go ahead and let's check your mic.
Test 1, 2. Check. Test 1, 2, 3.
Okay, just like that. Okay. Just sit comfortably.
Okay.
Talk to me, but when you come on, you're going to be right on top of that mic, okay?
Right. Okay.
Okay, ready?
Yep.
Or not. And I can't even believe that it's 92 degrees, you know?
Thank God it's below 100 this week.
Well,
Yeah.
I know, but still it's hot.
Yeah.
And yet you're not, you want it to be cool, but it's kind of hot. So when we come on, I want you to just talk to me from your heart.
Okay.
And just talk to me with, like, you've been doing this how long?
17 years.
17 years, so you've got a lot of experience behind you, okay?
Yep.
Okay, here we go. Ready?
Okay.
Welcome to the show, everyone. We are having fun already networking. People that are here that know other people that have already been on the show before. We're live on Facebook. Hi, everybody out there. Like us and follow us. We're going to be sharing the show in just a little bit. Well, it's a certain season right now, and I have with me Wayne Morris, and he's the founder of USA Insurance Brokers. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. I started in the insurance business 17 years ago after a 30-year career in corporate America, and started out as a captive agent with single carriers and decided I couldn't do the right thing for my clients by not representing all the carriers. And now we represent over 50 carriers for individual and group health insurance, Medicare, life insurance, long-term care, disability, everything but auto and homeowners.
Okay, now, today we're going to open up the lines of the audience right away, and I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for this. You have a book that you wanted everybody to have to get entered in to win, and it comes along with a $50 gift certificate. This book is called No One Ever Told Me, Your Guide to Living Benefits. This is a living benefit that you kind of want to talk about later on today. But why the book, and why did you want to do this?
Well, it's one of the best books I've ever read regarding living benefit life insurance. I have had about 6 clients now who have developed a serious illness and received $50,000 to $250,000 lump sum cash, tax-free, that they can do anything they want with. So the primary thing I focus on when I'm dealing with a client is what are their concerns, what kind of pre-existing conditions do they have, are their doctors in network, and how do we mitigate their financial risk? And that's really what living benefit life and supplemental benefit plans do. They offset your deductible and your out-of-pocket risk. So I try and show clients how to have zero out-of-pocket risk in case something serious happens.
Well, we've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win, and I will let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for it. It's No One Ever Told Me. and you get a gift certificate of $50 to go along with it. Our number here, 602-277-5369, and toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Now, when you work with people, you work with them nationwide.
Yes.
When you work with people, are they free consultations? How does it work?
Yeah, we never charge for our services, so the consultation is free. I normally conduct probably 90% of my business is done online. I do a web conference with my clients. We compare all of the plans online. I look at all of the on-exchange plans, the off-exchange private plans, and the supplemental plans to determine what their best options are.
Now, your number to call direct is 623-688-2411. His website is USA Insurance Brokers with an S.com. We've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered into win. It's No One Ever Told Me, and you get that $50 gift certificate to come along with that. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Now, before you came on the show, you were telling me that, you kind of cover Medicare, obviously, Obamacare, and private insurance, okay? But obviously, we're going to have to talk a little bit about open enrollment first, okay, because it is that time of year. So tell us a little bit about, what's going on with that.
Okay. Well, first of all, the open enrollment period, the annual election period for Medicare begins tomorrow. So it runs from October 15th to December 7th. And that's when Medicare recipients can change Medicare Advantage plans or Part D prescription drug plans. Obviously, we also do Medicare supplements, but you have to be eligible to enroll in a Medicare supplement. And some of the exciting things that are happening this year, actually they happened in 2020, is Medicare Advantage plans that are based on PPO networks instead of local HMO networks. All of the plans up until January of this year had been local HMOs, so you had to stay within network with whichever carrier you picked. The new PPO plans allow you to go in or out of network and go to any provider. So, and in addition to that, all of the new plans, in addition to the medical coverage, include Part D prescription drug coverage. They include dental, vision, hearing, transportation. So there are a whole raft of new benefits that are being introduced in the new Medicare Advantage plans. And the premiums range from $0 to $59 a month.
Well, I think it's important that people make sure that they talk to people right now. Get that on that phone and have that consultation with them. That's no charge for the services. We've got our book here that everyone's getting entered into win. No One Ever Told Me. And also you get the gift certificate of $50 that comes along with that. Our number here, 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. He's been doing this, insurance, basically every kind of insurance you can think of. That doesn't include auto, right? And homeowners, but anyway, in the health area and for your safety and that for 17 years. His website is USA Insurance Brokers with an S.com. His phone number to call direct is 623-688-2411. He works nationwide. Call in here, get the book. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Okay, let's talk a little bit about this. So what changes in our current market for the individual coverage?
Individual ACA plans. The enrollment period starts on November 1st, ends December 15th. For ACAhealthcare.gov on-exchange plans, there are 5 carriers again this year coming up. Ambetter, Blue Cross, Bright Health, Cigna, and Oscar Health are the only 5 carriers that offer ACA plans in Arizona right now. Those are the only plans that cover pre-existing conditions. So if you have pre-existing conditions that you need coverage for, you need to get an ACA plan.
Well, I also think that people need to understand how important it is to have someone like you talk with them, as opposed to trying to do it on their own, especially when it becomes here in this, the individual coverage. People think, oh, it's no big deal, I'll go pick up the phone or I'll do it online. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is I can help them. Healthcare is confusing, very confusing, and it changes constantly. I've been in it 17 years, and had I known how many changes there were going to be, I'm not sure I would have gotten the market, but now I have over 1,000 clients, and I need to stay there to keep helping them. So the difference is the ACA plans. There are new plans coming out next year, and with ACA plans, depending on your income, you may qualify for advanced premium tax credits to significantly reduce your costs. It just depends on what your adjusted gross income is. So ACA plans are the best option if you have pre-existing conditions that you're concerned with. Then there are also private off-exchange plans, and those consist of short-term medical plans, defined fixed benefit plans, Christian healthcare sharing plans. I represent all of those as well. So those plans are typically about 50% lower price than the ACA plans if you don't qualify for advanced premium tax credits, but they don't cover pre-existing conditions. So that's where you really have to balance what does the client need, what is their risk, what doctors do they need in network, So we evaluate all of that with our clients to make sure we get them the right coverage.
His number is 623-688-2411. His website is USA Insurance Brokers with an S.com. He works nationwide. We've got our lines open here for everyone to get entered in to win the book. No one ever told me. Also, you're getting that $50 gift certificate because he wants to help you with your health insurance. The number to call here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. Hang tight. We'll be back in just a minute. Okay. Did you like that?
Yeah, that was good.
So, we're still live on Facebook, so you can still kind of talk a little bit.
Right.
For you, when you find that you work with people, let's say they've tried to do it on their own, what are your reactions that they get when they work with you?
I've had, I have over 1,000 clients. Some of them I've had for 10 or 15 years. And 90% of my business, 80 to 90% of my business comes from referrals from existing clients.
Sure.
So, I really try and protect people and help them when they have a problem with the insurance carrier. I had a client last week that I got help. He had been fighting with the insurance carrier for 3 months, trying to get approval for a brain surgeon. He needed brain surgery. He needed it done at Barrows. The surgeon, the only surgeon in the state that did, there were only 2 in the state that do this type of service, this procedure, and he couldn't get it approved. So I worked with the insurance carrier for 3 weeks, escalating it, and finally got him approved. He called me crying a week ago, saying, I got my brain surgery scheduled. Thank you.
You know how wonderful it would be if you ever come back to my show, that you tell stories like that, because those are really cool. They really like them. I like to go more narrow and deep on subjects. Right now, we're kind of all over the board. I'll tell you what I mean afterwards, because then when you that it goes along with it, I'll tell you what I mean after the show. For right now, it's fine, but you'll see what I mean when you try and do something more narrow and deep, and then you become the educator as opposed to just you gotta call me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sure.
But we'll talk about that. But you do like what I'm doing.
Yes.
Good. That's good.
Yeah.
So come on in, and for the one thing that I wanted to ask you too before we get going here too, when you work with people, you said that it is a no charge for the service for anyone. Is it all people that work with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so
we never charge fees
for any service.
And I don't have any favorites because I get paid from the insurance carrier and the commissions are all comparable.
Okay.
So I want to get people the coverage they're going to be the happiest with because I don't want complaints. And I don't get it.
Right.
So.
Okay, good. See, again, that's what you say. Welcome back, everyone. We've got our lines open here. If you are needing, whether it's Medicare, whether it's Obamacare, whether it's private insurance plan or if you even have a pre-existing situation going on. We have our lines open here for everyone to get entered into not only the book, which is no one ever told me, but a $50 gift card to go along with that. So that means that you could use that towards whatever you want, and it would be great to put it towards your insurance, right?
There you go.
Right? So our number here is 602-277-5369, and toll free is 1-866-536-1100. And I'm going to let everyone call throughout the rest of the show for this. Now, I was talking to you at the break, and like you said, you've been doing this for a really long time. Your services are no charge for the people that work with you, whether it doesn't matter what kind of insurance
Correct.
you're getting. And you work nationwide with people, so it's a free consultation. His website is usainsurancebrokers.com. His phone number direct, if you want to talk to him direct, it's 623-688-2411. Let me say this, though. I know that this is a big Medicare season right now, and yes, of course, but there's also all the rest of us out
That's
there,
right.
too, that still need to be covered for
Right.
themselves as well. So I want to talk a little bit about private insurance and what options are available.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay, so there are essentially three categories of private insurance. I get calls from people all the time saying, I want to buy private insurance and I want it to cover pre-existing conditions. Well, that's not possible. Anything that covers pre-existing conditions has to comply with the ACA regulations. So off exchange, which is what it's called, there are short-term major medical plans. Those plans can be issued for 1 to 12 months. They can be renewed depending on the carrier for up to 3 years, guaranteed renewal. They cover $1 to $2 million worth of coverage for, and they can include doctor visit copays. They include urgent care copays, and they're nationwide PPO networks, so they'll cover you in all 50 states. And there are multiple carriers that offer those plans. I compare them all.
When you have a pre-existing,
Yes.
and somebody's got to get insurance, and they freak out, right? Everybody, I'm sure, freak out when it comes
Yes.
to this. Is it astronomical?
Well, the off-exchange plans, and you have to break this down, the off-exchange plans are typically 50% lower priced than the on-exchange, the ACA plans, because they don't cover pre-existing conditions, and they have some benefit limitations. So they're typically 50% lower priced unless you're eligible for the advanced premium tax credits through the marketplace. If you are, then the marketplace may be the best option, and we look at it both ways. Which option? What's your budget? Are you eligible for subsidies or not? And most people are eligible for some subsidies. It just depends on your income level. So that's one good option. Nationwide PPO networks, $1 to $2 million worth of coverage. Another option is what's called a defined fixed benefit plan. Those plans are also nationwide PPO networks. They pay a fixed benefit per day or per procedure, and they're also about 50% lower than the on-exchange plans. And then the third option is Christian Healthcare Sharing Plans. I represent Medicare and a few other carriers for that. So we can compare that as well. But the off-exchange plans, none of them will cover any pre-existing conditions. So that's the big factor to be concerned.
But that's what. I mean, pre-existing is anywhere from, it doesn't matter. Whatever you're pre-existing, if you have whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is, right?
Well, it's primarily serious medical conditions.
But like diabetes, a lot of people
Right.
have that.
Absolutely.
A lot of people have it.
If you have diabetes, you probably need an ACA plan, because the only things that are going to cover serious medical conditions are an ACA individual plan or an ACA employer group plan, and I do group insurance as well. So we just have to weigh all the factors and determine what the best options are for that individual based on their requirements and their medical condition.
I love my show. You know
I do
why?
too.
I love my show. The reason why I love my show so much is I say this all the time is it's great information for people out there listening to you here, talking to them. Might be somebody listening that has a pre-existing or
Sure.
knows somebody that does, and that's what kind of networking is all about.
That's
Tell
right.
them about it. This is a free service to you to have somebody sit down and help you walk you through this. So important to try not to do this on your own. I always tell people that you should really find somebody who's an expert in your area, in that area, because so we try and do it on our own. The people out there, they don't know, they're not going to get to know you, and
Right.
you do. You said that you have clients that you've been doing this for 17 years, and some have been with you for 10 to 15 years.
That's correct.
Now, the number to call him direct is 623-688-2411. We also have our lines open here for everybody to get entered into win. It's No One Ever Told Me, and it comes along with this $50 gift certificate that you get to put towards your insurance. Our number here is 602-277-5369. Toll free, it's 1-866-536-1100. It's USA Insurance Brokers with an S.com, and he works nationwide. Okay. What changes are happening in the employer group market? What's going on with that?
Yeah, there are a couple of things happening. I mean, all of the carriers still offer employer group plans. In order to be eligible, you have to have at least 2 people enrolling. One of them has to be on W-2 income, so it can be an owner, an employee, but at least one has to be on W-2 income. If you meet those qualifications, then you can qualify for an employer group plan, and that's very good coverage normally. It's nationwide PPO networks in most cases. It's probably the most expensive coverage because it's the most comprehensive, but they are also ACA compliant. They have to be. So I represent all of the carriers that do, at least in Arizona and most other states, I represent all the carriers that provide ACA compliant employer group plans. The other thing that's occurred starting this year is what's called an individual coverage HRA, or health reimbursement arrangement. That allows employers to get out of the health insurance market and out of the HR responsibility and management of it. What it does is allows employers under 50 to offer an allowance to their employees to go purchase their own individual coverage. So if the employer wants to offer $250 or $500 a month, the employee goes and picks their own individual coverage based on what doctors they need, what kind of coverage they want. So they want a copay plan or an HSA plan. So they have the flexibility to choose any plan versus employer group coverage where the employer picks one carrier and you have to go with that carrier, and your doctors may or may not be in network. So these new HRAs are becoming very popular because employers do not like managing health insurance. They don't like the claims. They want to focus on their business, as do I. So individual coverage and qualified small employer HRAs are fairly new. The regulations changed in January, and that allows employers to offer their employees an allowance to go purchase their own health insurance coverage. And it's turning out to be a pretty popular option nationwide.
Well, again, you might be working for somebody. Tell them right now that you heard this on
That's
the air.
great.
Or if you're a business owner, that is a great information for them. The phone number to call you direct is 623-688-2411. You work nationwide. His website is USA Insurance Brokers with an S.com. You can call him direct. You can also call in here, get the book. No One Ever Told Me. It comes with a $50 gift certificate. Put it towards your insurance, whatever you want. The number to call is 602-277-5369. Toll free is 1-866-536-1100. Real quickly, because we only have a couple minutes, what impact is COVID having on, coverage options for premiums?
COVID has had a tremendous impact. First of all the carriers are covering COVID at 100%. So COVID is being covered. If you're not insured, though, it's a real risk. I have had clients that have had $10,000 to $50,000 bills for being hospitalized that weren't covered. And it's just a real big mess. I mean, we have had the worst response in the world to COVID. We have the highest rate of cases. We have the highest death rate per capita, and it's making things a lot more difficult. I expected premiums to increase initially, the rates are going to go down with some carriers up to 7% decrease, and other carriers up to a 9% increase for 2021.
Well, it'll be interesting because, we've been talking a little bit about pre-existing conditions. Will they consider that a pre-existing, condition? Some people have had to be hospitalized and obviously passed away, but it wasn't like just getting a cold.
That's right.
Right?
Yeah.
I wonder what will happen.
Absolutely, and it will be considered a pre-existing condition on any off-exchange private plans. It will not be for Medicare or ACA compliant plans.
His number to call direct is 623-688-2411. Call in here and get the book. Our number here, 602-277-5369.
They cut you off.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and turn this on. How'd you like that?